Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool rotary desk telephone, and this is David's telephone from Tennessee. And this telephone is a Northern Telecom telephone. It's a 500 set, just like the Western Electrics and that, and the ITTs, but it's a Northern Telecom. And so he's got a few issues going on here with this telephone. One of the issues is the transmitter is not very loud, so people can't hear him talk very, very well. And the line cord, the modular port, the little clip is busted off of that. There's also an issue with no dial center card, so usually that would be a white card or whatever. We'll get another dial center card in there. I want to go ahead and give you a look at this telephone. And right here it says Northern Telecom. We have the top off, so we can go ahead and show you that. The other issue is the telephone does not ring. And if you can tell here, it has a different style bell in it. And this bell probably is not going to fly in this telephone. We're probably going to have to change it. It's the wrong cycle, and it's just going to be the wrong type bell. So we're going to go through it, see if we can get it to act right. And if it doesn't, we're going to change it out. But 9 times out of 10, when I see a bell like this, it's the wrong cycle, and there's not much you can do about it, because we don't want to try to make this bell work when a lot of the phone companies are trying to cut back on their ring cycle voltage. And you know, I want him to have the best ring that he's going to get. And so if this bell's the wrong cycle type bell, then we need to get rid of it and replace it. But all in all, it's a pretty cool telephone. We also want to go through the rotary. We want to make sure that's oiled and cleaned. So basically, we're just going to be working on the telephone. I'll tell you, right now, we could just go ahead and change the transmitter right now. We have some new old stock transmitters, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this one real quick. That's a new old stock transmitter. We want to change that. I have been through this telephone a little bit, and I know the transmitter is no good in this one, so we're going to pitch that. That's done. We want to make sure that we clean our connections. We also want to swipe them down with a cleaner. And even though this is a new old stock, we want to get any kind of a surface dirt off there and remove it. We can go ahead and plug the unit in. I'm going to take dial tone away, and I'm going to transmit into the handset. And if you see how bright that red light is, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. Every time you see that red light light up. So we know that we're transmitting now, and that won't be an issue. So that's repaired. We're going to take a short break from the video. Another thing that we want to do is I want to go ahead and try to ring the telephone. Every time you see that red light, there's a ring cycle going by. We got another one coming up. We're going to go through and troubleshoot the circuit, make sure that the bell is getting juice. Okay, so we know that the bell's not going to ring at this time, so we'll have to troubleshoot. Give you some dial tone. Transmit into the handset again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that the telephone is transmitting now. We know it's not ringing out or ringing in, and we know that the modular port here is no good. So that's gone now. We're going to replace that. And we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now and we are finished up with the repair of this telephone. So we went ahead and replaced the bell. The original bell was the wrong cycle bell and there's no way it was going to work with a modern day system. So we went ahead and replaced that bell. And so now that we have our good bell in the telephone, we also went through the network, made sure all the connections were proper, went ahead and went through the rotary, made sure that was oiled, clean, and adjusted. So we kind of just went through a little bit of everything. We also got our modular port plug that has our little clip on it. That has been installed. And so now what we want to do is I want to go ahead and plug the telephone in, but I want to hold the hook switch down so we can ring the telephone because that was one of the issues. We're going to let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time. We'll go ahead and answer the phone, but I want to spin the telephone around because I want to put the body back on now, and we can do our final checks. We also have our dial center card in, so we'll go ahead and ring the phone again. We'll let that go a few times since that was one of the issues. I'm going to go ahead and give you some dial tone. We want to walk through our numbers if you watch the analyzer. The rotary is a lot more smooth now that we've cleaned it, oiled it, and adjusted it. We're going to end it at 2. I'm going to go ahead and transmit into the handset like before. If you see that red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is dialing out. It has receive, transmit, and the bell is ringing. We're going to go ahead and push this button on my switch box, and that's going to take the analyzer totally out of the situation and give us a line out. And we're going to call it time and temp. I'm going to give you some dial tone.
Location in O'Fallon. Offenburg.com. Today is Tuesday, April 16th. The time is 7:09. Current temperature at 56 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Mostly cloudy with a 40 to 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight and Wednesday. Steady temperature tonight, mid-50s. Wednesday's high around 80.
Okay. Now you might notice a little tinkle of the bell sometimes when you dial the rotary. That's because I like to try to set the bells as sensitive as I can because I never know exactly what the ring voltage is going to be or the ring cycle voltage is going to be on another line in a different state. They try to keep it the same, but they do fluctuate. And so we set the bells so that they're very sensitive and that they'll even ring on a low setting. So I'm going to ring it on the low setting right now. I want to bring the switch box back over. That's a low setting. I'll let that go one more time. Give you some dial tone. And what that means is, if you didn't have a lot of ring voltage, when I ring it from my analyzer on the low side, if that telephone rings, that means I'm almost 100% positive it would ring on any line, because that's how sensitive it is. Now we're going to do it on a normal ring cycle. I'll let that go a few times. Give you some dial tone. Now what we can do is hit the switch box, go back over to a regular line, give you some dial tone. We'll call my number and it'll be busy. So now that we know that this telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Dave, and he can start enjoying this telephone. I remember, I think he said he got it somewhere, and a lot of things didn't work on the telephone, like the bell, and the transmit wasn't very good, and then also his line cord had a broken plug on it, so it wouldn't stay in the jack. So he's all taken care of now, and this telephone should be around for a very long time. These rotary desk telephones, these 500s, are built very well, and now that this one's repaired, he should have it for a long, long time. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.